Hi everyone, you have reached Chronicles of the Way Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with the latest drama, rumors, information about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills historic 4-part reunion. For the first time ever in the Real Housewives franchise, we're going to get a 4-part reunion. At first, we just had reunions. Then we were shocked when they had the first 2-part reunion. And then it is a little bit of a more shocker when they had a 3-part reunion. But now we're moving up to 4. And it's all because of all of the drama that has been playing out this season on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So Erika Jayne tweeted, oh wow, 4 parts, and I'm paraphrasing, guys, 4 parts, and she puts question marks because of me, like she puts me. Well, Erika, you know what, I'm glad you're having fun with this. I'm glad you're seeing it as like a little bit of a joke and some commentary. But I will say this, my thing is, okay, we can roll with if Erika Jayne wants to sue the fact that she claims she had no idea what her husband was doing and where the money was coming from that funded her lifestyle, her luxurious, lavish lifestyle for years. Okay, let's roll with that theory for 1 second. So if you want us to roll with that, Erika, you should at the very least be a little humble. Okay, show a little empathy. Show a little that you care. I wouldn't be joking about it. I wouldn't be laughing about it, saying, "Oh, 4-part reunion series because of me." Just show a little bit of remorse. Even if you didn't know, you could still be remorseful because now you do know that your lifestyle for all of those years were funded off the backs of other people. Okay, it was allegedly stolen money from other people, borrowed funds. So you can show empathy. You don't have, that's not going to mean that, okay, you knew back then, but you do know now. Let's carry on. So it's going to be this 4-part reunion, and what they're saying is, the rumor is that she really doesn't get into it much with her co-stars. She gets into this back and forth nasty match with Andy because Andy is the one that's asking her the questions. Now, even though we all see Andy as the boss, Andy still has a boss, okay? So he has to please them also. So they probably told Andy, listen, you have no choice. The people want to know, the fans want to know. You're going to have to ask Erika these tough questions. And Erika, once she gets pissed, she gets pissed. So I think she's about to give us a whole full-blown show, and I'm going to be tuned in for it. My thing is, though, I'm wondering, like Erika did Sutton, if Erika is going to make some promises to Andy. We shall see. Now, it's interesting that they said, the rumor is she really didn't get into it with the ladies because she's getting into it with Andy, but we also heard rumors that off camera that Kyle and Erika got into it. Well, that's not shocking because what happens with the ladies, which I think is probably good in some sense, in real time sometimes they don't know when they're filming, what people are saying in their confessionals because, those are done solo. Those are done isolated with just the ladies. And it's not like production is going around saying, hey, you want to see what Kyle said about you? No, these ladies don't see it until we're all seeing it together, and that's what pisses them off even more. It's like, okay, wait a minute, hey, back then when we did that, you was saying all that crap about me, you was talking mess about me. So it wasn't until the time that we were watching it that Erika Jayne got to see how Kyle pretty much and some of the other ladies outside of Sutton were talking behind her back. So it's interesting to me to hear that the only spat that she got into, and she, Erika Jayne, is going to be with Andy and Kyle. Because I'm like, girlfriend, you didn't speak to Dorit? Because Dorit had a little something to say too. And I wonder, in this 4-part reunion, are they going to bring the husbands to the stage? And well, Erika has something to say to PK and Mauricio, because they had a lot to say about Erika also. I want to see how much mouth will Erika have at this 4-part reunion. How much energy will she give some of these other people that she now knows have been talking a little bit of mess about her also. Well, Erika, she really has the whole Housewives franchise like in an uproar and chiming in on her situation. Bethany Frankel, for whatever reason, has a lot to say about this Erika Jayne saga also. So Bethany is chiming in on her own podcast, and she's saying, pretty much the reason why Erika is exposing herself and allowing herself to be used this season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is because Erika needs the money. She said Erika, she's used to a lavish lifestyle, so she needs these funds, so she'll pretty much let production or whoever do whatever to her on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because she needs the money. And she said probably the same thing, and I'm paraphrasing, guys, for the reunion. Erika is letting this go down because I really thought Erika wasn't going to show up for the reunion. Money, no money. I didn't think that she cared about next season. But apparently I was wrong, because she's not only showing up for the reunion, she's showing up and she's showing out. And I think it was Bethany who said pretty much that because the housewives never know if they're really going to get to come back the next season, she said the performance at the reunion can kind of seal your deal to the left or the right. So maybe you had a lackluster season, but at the reunion, you bring it, it could mean, let's give them another, contract again. So Erika Jayne, she definitely brought it throughout the season with her unbelievable flip-flop stories, what I like to call story time by Erika Jayne. And now that we know she's going to bring the heat at the reunion, I'm sure if Erika wants to come back, they will definitely offer her another contract. My issue is, I know, everyone's been saying legally. Erika Jayne's lawyer saying legally, Erika's in no trouble. Okay, Erika can't help how her lifestyle was funded and where the money came from. And the only thing that I don't understand, and maybe the difference is, Erika physically maybe wasn't signing any paperwork, but I don't understand how the Real Housewives of New Jersey, how Teresa went to jail over something her husband did, but Erika Jayne, is not responsible for any of this. I'm confused about that. How her lawyer's feeling like, Erika Jayne is not responsible, and this is not her circus right now. Well, only time will tell. And I personally think that, any of the victims, I don't know I don't know the laws around this, but I will say this. Her stories that she told this season on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, at the very least, can prove to someone that maybe she's not the most trustworthy person, because the stories just didn't add up. The husband fell off a cliff. He was unconscious for 12 hours. So utilizing that in conjunction with to say, oh, this woman is saying that she had no idea what her husband was doing, they can maybe use these stories from that she told during the season to discredit, her character, and her saying whether she knew or did not know. Well, guys, I can't wait for this 4-part reunion. I really want to see how everyone is going to interact, at this reunion. And well, Erika, even though I know they're saying that the majority of it is Erika and Andy going at it, and then unfortunately this off-scene thing with her and Kyle, which those cameras, Bravo cameras, are like always on point. So how could Erika and Kyle have a off-camera thing? Like, that just doesn't even make sense to me, because usually Bravo catches everything. Well, anyway, guys, I can't wait to see this 4-part reunion. Let me know in the chat. Are you looking forward to seeing it too? Will you be tuned in and watching? I hope so, that we can all talk it, so we can all talk about it together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.